Hello guys, how are you? Fine. This is me, Mehdi Hassas. I welcome all of you to my channel once again. Before discussing anything, I would like to express my apologies to all of you that it has been a long time that I was extremely engrossed because of having some problem and I was extremely busy doing those things. I couldn't manage to talk to you. So once again I have come up with a new video. As I promised you last time that inshallah in our coming videos I will be talking about vocabulary, I will be talking about grammatical topics, and I will be talking about those problems that being a student or being a teacher I have encountered. So without delaying or without taking you much time, I want to come to the topic. You know, I'm sure you must be struggling with lots of problems while learning a language. But one of the most arduous and one of the most difficult tasks, that is learning vocabulary. Vocabulary is playing a very vital role in order to improve that second language. Students, they have got difficulty not only in learning vocabulary but also using the vocabulary that they have learned while studying that language. In today's video, I'm not going to tell you the tips how to improve your vocabulary or how to use the vocabulary. I mean, there are two types of vocabulary. We have got high frequency vocabulary and lower frequency vocabulary. In English language, there is no difficult word, there is no easy word. The only thing that is making a language difficult, that is making a word difficult, that's because of lower or high frequent word. If the word is lower frequent, it's not highly frequent, so it will be very difficult because you are listening it not for many times. If you are listening to a word frequently and it is it could be not difficult for you people. So today I'm going to teach you some words which are not frequent, which are not highly frequent, that is a lower frequent word. To speak impressively, you need to use some lower frequent word, and that is going to make your speaking more impressive. So today I have come up with some 5, 6, 7 words I need to teach you. I will tell you the function and I will tell you the usage and with some synonym. The first word I've got to you is amiable. What is that? Amiable. A-M-I-A-B-L-E. Amiable means friendly, outgoing, or easygoing. The person who is easy to be liked. Like for example, I say she's a very good girl. You can say she's a very outgoing girl. You can say she is an amiable girl. Or you can say she is in a very amiable mood. For example, I say my father, I wanted to have some money from my father. So he was in a very amiable mood, so I took the benefit out of that and I asked him, so he gave me everything easily. You know, if you want to be happy, so the reason behind your happiness will be to make yourself around those people who are amiable. The second word we have got, that is, I think, arduous. You know, a lot of people, they are mispronouncing this word. Some people, they say arduous, and some people, they say arduous. But I think both are correct. In American English, so they're pronouncing it arduous. Well, in British English, this is arduous. So arduous means something that is difficult or that is inscrutable or daunting. The spelling is A-R-D-U-O-U-S. So arduous, like for example, I want to give you some example. Arduous means difficult. Teaching kids, I've got experience of teaching kids and adults. But one of the arduous tasks is to teach kids. I really hate teaching kids because it needs a lot of efforts. So teaching kids is an arduous task. You know, we have completed the project. Completing that project was an arduous task. It was an arduous project and it took a very long time to complete the project, and I will not engross myself in such project. Okay, the next one we have got, I think that is falter. What is the meaning of falter? Falter, F-A-L-T-E-R. Falter means to hesitate or to become weaker. Like for example, to hesitate. Sometimes students, they know the answer of the questions. I'm having some students, when I ask them a question, so they know the answer, but they falter to answer. So that is because of not having confidence. When I ask questions, so the students, they usually they falter to answer because they have doubt in their capability. Next we have got, I think the next word we have got, baffle. What is that? Baffle. It can be verb, it can be adjective. Like for example, baffle. Baffle means to confuse or to bewilder. So I say baffle. A lot of times students, they do their preparation, but when they come to the exam and they start attempting the questions, so the questions are sometimes really confusing. So the students, they get baffled. Last time I was giving a kind of interview, and when I was giving interview, so I was completely baffled. I was utterly baffled while answering those questions, even though the questions were really easy, but because of being baffled, I couldn't answer the way I wanted to give. That's a word. Next word I've got to you is blunt. Blunt, it can be used as an adjective, it can be used as a verb. Whenever it is used as a verb, it means to make something weaker. Like for example, or to defend something, to take the strength of something, that means blunt. Like for example, last time Afghanistan had a match with India, and the team Afghanistan has blunted the team India because they were not able to win the match easily, because India team, it's a great team, they have underestimated the power of Afghan team. So blunt means to defend or to take the strength of something. Second, we have blunt means like it as an adjective. It means like something that is edgeless, or it is not unsharpened or sharp. I went to the market because I wanted to sharpen the blunt knives. Blunt we can use to those people, like if a student is dumb-headed, he cannot understand well, so you say he is blunt-headed. You can say he is dumb-headed. Or sometimes we can use blunt as a transition, like I say to modify a sentence, I say to be blunt means to be honest. To be blunt, I have not studied for exam. To be blunt, Ahmad has not come today, so it means to be honest. So when you say speaking contentingly or speaking honestly, you can say to be blunt. The next one we've got cherish. A lot of time I have seen this word misused. Cherished means cherish means to take care of something or someone that you love the most. Like for example, I say, while the couple, it means the husband and wife, when they were tying the knot, so they have taken the oath to cherish each other. It means to take care of each other. A mother is always out there to cherish her son or daughter. It means she takes care of someone who is very close to her heart. Like for example, time, it's priceless. It is free of cost, but it is something which you cannot buy it again and again. So we need to cherish the time, because we need to take care of the time. We should use it in a way that can pay you off. The second bit, the second last word I've got to you is conceit. Conceit, C-O-N-C-E-D-E. Conceit means to acknowledge or to recognize or to accept something. Like for example, when I was a kid, I need to concede that I was very much naughty. It means I have to acknowledge. In last semester I was not punctual, and because of not being punctual, I couldn't score well on exam. So I concede this fact. It means I acknowledge. Last time I was asked and I couldn't answer correctly. So I concede that the answer given to the person was incorrect. It's all about concede means to acknowledge and to recognize. The only difference between concede and recognize means recognize when you are accepting the positive quality, and concede is usually used while accepting the negative quality. The last word we have got, and that will be the last word, copious. C-O-P-I-O-U-S. Copious means something in a great amount, or something that is not in paltry amount, something that is in ample amount. Like I say, drinking copious amount of water can maintain your health, can help you grow up, can help you build your muscle. It is going to avoid you from different sort of ailment and disease. So copious amount of water is really beneficial for your health. They had drunk copious amount of alcohol, so that's why they were taken to the hospital because of being drunk. And on the day of Christmas, a lot of people, they're drinking copious amount of alcohol, which can cause their death. Copious can also means like something excessively. Like I say, it can be used as an adverb. She cried copiously. I will be coming here and making videos copiously. So my dear, that was all about regarding vocabulary as per the promise was concerned, and due to the overlapping demand of the students, I am making this video. I'm sure you like this video. If you have got any question about, or you have got any suggestion regarding, or you have got any addition to this video, so I am making a request that you have to mark your comments in comment box, and you have to ask me question, whatever you're demanding. I want you to put your comments so that we can make our obligation and meet your expectation. We will do our best not to fall short. Thank you so much. It was your brother. God bless you. See you next time. Stay in tune. God bless you.